Hey there, distress signal first responders, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Eldritch Guards, episode 45, Cursed Sword. So as you can see at the top of my screen here, the current priorities right now is the distress signal that was called in not too long ago, and then also a quest for infestation hives that I will accept for honor. C-Pan is getting pretty close to count level, and it would be very good for her to have access to all levels of Psycast. That would be incredible. So let's get started. One of the things I wanted to do to prepare for the insect hives is to improve lighting around the base. One of the ways to prevent insect hives is decent lighting levels. And that's something I kind of worry about for this base, is there's like dark spots and the like. So fixing said dark spots would go a long way as to mitigating some of our risk. Because we had an insect hive rip up our ritual room, and I think honestly it's pretty avoidable, provided that we just prepare correctly. So that's not a top priority, but that's definitely something that's going to be top of mind for me. Now, previously you had voted, you meaning viewers of the past, maybe not specifically you now, that I don't deep freeze the base, but I might revisit that as a poll, because we've been getting a lot of infestation events, and then additionally, we are also getting quests related to infestations, so it might be wise to actually work towards freezing the base so that infestations can be managed more automatically by forcing them to spawn elsewhere. It's just a thought. I'm not going to force the issue, but I might want to re-poll about it. How has my week been? Oh, Bruz, man, I have not heard from you in a long time. My week's been pretty good. Pretty busy, but pretty good. So we're going to want to man the deep drills for more plasteel so that we can get back to making better armor. There was another reason to get plasteel, which is that we now have like a lot of body parts here and there that are missing or injured or whatever. So we have Mikas missing a toe. We've got Swanky missing a toe. Skyra with 2 scars that are causing enough pain to actually cause mood problems. An old gunshot wound to the torso. Of course, you can't bionic that away, but you might be able to biosculpt that away at some point. Guero with a gunshot to the arm and a missing toe. And then Fraggles, who we are trying to recruit, who's missing an entire leg. And missing an entire leg is a bit of a problem, right? I mean, prosthetic legs are like decent, but not like bionic legs are. So that's another thing that we might want to consider. Plasteel both for armor and bionics. And I actually had thoughts on that, which was essentially, it might be time for Mikas to give up the mantle of leader. Because with the loss of Daedora, it possibly makes more sense for Mikas to become the production specialist and help to craft better things faster, offering the mantle of leadership to probably Ink, which would be interesting to have a Neanderthal leader, but I can't. No one else comes to mind that would be better suited for the job, in my opinion. So, those are just things on my mind. Now, if we wanted to get out to this distress signal, let's take a quick look at it. Yeah, I have 12 days left. That's quite a lot of time, but I still would like to get out there sooner than later. The other thing I realized is I had all these queued up hunting tasks, but I don't really need to do them at the moment. We can stay home. We don't have a lot of meat, but we're mostly just eating the packaged survival meals and rice meals, and that's totally fine. Looks like the horses are helping themselves to seeds, though. I'm going to want to move that. So, Fraggles has no resistance remaining. Should be recruited in short order. That's good. And I think what I might do is send as many people that will fit in the transport pods over to deal with the distress signal as possible. Because Sea Panda can skip them all home. Sea Panda's been meditating and Psi Focus is near maxed, so that's not an unreasonable thing to do, I think. Up here you have what research to do next. So we researched drug production and psychic refining, and that's for Skyra's benefit. But what comes after that will be up to you guys. I'm going to stop ground pen scanning. As much as I would like to find a local source of gold, we can definitely rely upon long-range mineral for gold and local source of plasteel, and that should be fine. Almost all the bugs are cleaned up. And I suppose now might be a good time to actually force recreate everybody so that moods are high when they go to the distress signal. So they have a chance to eat and rest and all that stuff. Didn't already have advanced lights? Yes, I do. That shouldn't be on the poll. Oh, I should have taken that off. All right, it is 9 in the morning. People's recreations are filling up. And I will deploy an away team soon. I'm just letting a little bit more recreation happen first. Fraggles has joined us. All right, doing the work priority. Fraggles, for now, you are not going to be tailoring or smithing. I'll let you research and dark study. And cook, I guess? You have skill 4, so maybe like a lower priority. Biosculpting is the research of choice. All right. Biosculpting alone isn't helpful, but biosculpting paired with regeneration is where it's at. There is an age reversal demand from Tequila. Tequila wants to be younger. The thing is, like, that's from an ideology that we don't believe in, so I don't really care that she has that demand. So we'll have Fraggles stay behind with Tequila Jane and Skyra because she's in a bad mood. And send everyone else now. Let me just quickly check. Those that need to eat meals, I will have them quickly eat meals. No sense in getting hungry while we're out there. Oh, Guerrero's already in the pod. He beat me to it. As is Red. Okay, well, hopefully we have meal. Yeah, they have meals in their pockets. It's not a big deal. And then Fraggles, when you wake up, you have virtually no combat skills. So I'm going to give you a Zeus Hammer because I'm feeling wild. All right, so we're missing Sea Panda, who is grabbing a meal now. And that's about it. Cool. Heading out to a distress signal. We have been to a few already, so we kind of know what to expect, which is it's not going to be a good time. It never has been. We arrive and everyone's dead, and that's kind of just how it goes. And of course, it's raining here, so the colonists are going to get even more upset more quickly. So Guero and Red, eat your meals. Everyone else, slow approach. Stay in formation. Stay frosty. Blow up the meat. Hello, meat monsters. Where be you? So there's nothing but corpses in this colony. I might do a combat command to offset the foggy rain. Foggy rain is like one of the worst weather conditions to shoot in because it absolutely tanks your accuracy. All right, vertical pulsing. We'll pull back to the northwest corner. And we have somewhat of a large swarm heading our way. And nobody is hitting their shots. Like, absolutely nobody is landing shots right now. Which is frustrating. Alright, Mikas, you have a flare. Let's hit it. Please kill some things. And Sea Panda, hit him with another pukage. Alright, I'm gonna have everyone but Ink exit and re-enter, because there's not really wiggle room left. A bit cheese, but you know, until RimWorld stops you from doing things like that, is what I'm gonna do. Alright, let's come north, meet Ink in the middle. And keep going. Ooh, there was some enemies to our south. I didn't see that. Alright, you shoot, you shoot. Nope, don't shoot Guero. This is looking a little bit better. Some people are getting a little injured, but like nothing that is too penalizing. Do another pulse. Or you know what? Let's do a stun. We'll be able to just dump damage. Yep, there we go. And now we're almost through. Quite a lot of enemies. Okay, Mikas, tend. Ink, dispatch. And everyone else proceed to the colony. There are still enemies about. Right, the only one that needs treatment is Ink. Injuries are probably superficial. Yeah, just a bunch of finger spike stabbings. Back on task. It looks like there's some nice treasure here, which is good to see. I'll take a look at it once we're done. You know, not counting your eggs until they hatch or whatever. Zooming all around. Alright, there's one more tough spike. And it's coming in now. All right. An awful oathbender. Mad Murdering Hunger Pangs. I would say this sucks. It's a cursed sword. As cursed as I've ever seen one. Holy cow. Burn it. And the other one. Painless Persona Monosword. 19 with a 100% armor damage pen. What is its, that's a really nice blade. It's not as high DPS as Ink's, however, but it's pretty spectacular all the same. Okay, we found some hyperweave in the flesh sack. No, don't equip the blade. Just pick it up for now. All right, let's poke around here and search the rest of the colony. There's also like a double strand drape that we could grab. You know, there's some other stuff that we might be able to make use of. It looks like there's an Eltex helmet in the in this area, and then these larger flesh sacks have stuff in them. The smaller ones just have meat. So a Disruptor Flare Pack, a Metal Blood Serum Book, an Eltex Helmet, and welcoming to the stream. And a shard. Alright. There's a few rooms that I hadn't entered yet. So we'll get in there, pack up the caravan, and head home. Unfortunately, no survivors. None that I could see. Alright, the floors here are morbid carpet. Well, you guys maybe shouldn't have been worshipping the void here. So I think what happened. Alright. I don't see any more loot, so we're all set to go. Oh, whoops. No, we're packing up this caravan. I was like, that didn't make... Wait, what does it try to do? No, not send caravan. This is weird. It's like packing backwards. Oh, it's because there's enemies up north. I'm not done. I didn't see those 4. So the game thought I wanted to like send reinforcements from home. No, draft. Dear Lord. The sword had Mad Murdering and Hunger Pangs. So Hunger Pangs makes you eat more often, and Mad Murdering just is terrible on your mood. Plus, it was an awful quality sword, so literally nothing good about it. Alright, we should be done now. Reform Caravan, yeah, there it is. Shard, yayo, go juice. The book. The Eltex helmet, Disruptor Pack. I'll take the Standing Lights, because they're made of metal. The Devil Strand Drape, the mini turrets, the standing beacons, and as much slag as I can fit. Send. Back home, we have Fraggles, who's there. Where's Skyra? Skyra there, Tequila. Okay, so if we far skip now, it's not somewhere inconvenient. Oh, hi, Tequila Jane. Don't mind us. A little bit of privacy intrusion. It's my mistake. Drinks on you. Thank you, Crimson. Cheers. Happy weekend. And Major Mildew for the resub. And Hashimoto too. And Still Boot. Thank you. Traveler's Request Aid. 700 silver. I guess yes. Where are you? Oh, camel. So that went well. Minimal injuries. No fuss. Ink. I want you on mining now. And, is anyone not... okay, Skyra's not super sleepy. So Skyra, bring in the silver for Camel. It's almost all of our silver. But, you know, we believe in charity, and we're not going to pass up the opportunity to be charitable. So we have the quest, let me remove the distress signal. So we have the high quest to prepare for. Question. Should I attempt to deep freeze the base for insect security? Yes or no? So what that means would be bringing the ambient temperature of the base down to at least negative 17°C, probably lower. So that insects can't spawn in the base, so they have to spawn elsewhere, protecting us from random insect swarms and also insect quests. I probably don't have enough time to do that in 2 days, or a day and a change, but like, I could try. What that likely means is like incorporating a lot of vents and then venting everything out, maybe here, which is outside. Something along those lines. So I'll have you guys vote on that for 5 minutes. So I'm not really sure what to do about the painless sword. And then we have these new lights that I brought back. And I'm just trying to lay out lights around the base so that the base is a little bit more well lit to avoid any infestations that would take advantage of dark corners. So like there's dark corners here, which is probably, well, I mean, I think the light probably broke before the infestation, but you know, there's improvements to be made is, I guess, my point. Okay, beggars have been provided the necessary silver that they requested. And they're on their way. So I got a few YouTube comments about this thing here. The way Ancient Dangers work. One, well, the main one is that they never render with damage to the walls. And this has damaged walls. So a lot of people were like, is that an Ancient Danger? And no, it isn't. I don't even need to check it. But I will because people are curious. But I don't need to check it because Ancient Dangers will always have pristine walls at map generation. Now, of course, it's not to say that it isn't impossible for there to be damage after the fact. Sure, but I don't think there's been any combat specifically here that would damage those walls. Which is why I haven't bothered with that structure. Not even at all. And case in point, it's just ruins. But I figured I'd point that out anyway. There's been plenty of questions about it. Ooh, masterwork clothing. So the mini turrets might be useful for insects if we need just like, you know, tanking, sort of. So I'm going to leave them as is without doing anything, rather than deconstructing them for components. I will probably end up deconstructing the lights, however, but I don't need to deconstruct the turrets. Not, at least not yet. I'm not desperate for materials or anything like that. So for anomaly research, we're almost done with basics. We have this one here that we don't know what it is. Again, no spoilers. I know what it is, but no spoilers. And then we have a bunch of advanced research left. So once we're done with all the basic research, we can turn off all of the tough spikes, because we won't need, well, like for analysis, because we won't need them anymore. Which is cool. I could make a ship landing zone, yeah. Wouldn't be a terrible thing to do. I think there's better projects to work on, though, than doing that, which is why I'm not. All right, Ink's back to mining, which is great. And Fraggles, you're walking around on, like, a stump leg. So I think the highest priority that I'm going to do right now, because being slow is so dangerous, is to make a bionic leg with Mikas. I need more plasteel for that, but that will get done sooner or later. Is there a good spot to make a bug bait tunnel outside my base? I already have that here. This is a bug bait area. And all this lighting changes that I've been doing is just to try to lower the chance that I get bugs. But you can't, unless you drop the external temperature down to -17 Celsius, there's no way to completely mitigate it. So that's the best I can do, unless you guys vote, and that's what this poll is about. And it seems to be tied. I'll flip a coin. Heads as we freeze it, tails as we... Well, no, I'm going to say tails as we freeze it, because we'll freeze our tails off, and heads as we don't. Okay, we don't. I kind of wanted to, but the coin said no, so... Much like how some people believe in the cube, I guess I'll believe in the coin. So, shucks. So now I'll just go about trying to illuminate the inside of the base as best as I can in the next 23 hours so that I can try to steer the bugs spawning somewhere I want rather than somewhere I don't want. And let's put the schedules back to normal. Harvey tree. Okay. Well, we'll have to cut that at some point. And Ink, I'm going to put you back on construction just so that this can get done. In fact, I'm going to prioritize it to 1 because it's a bit time sensitive. They are very persistent trees, yeah. I'm just looking for any dark corners. I think we have a pretty well illuminated base at this point. Everything is light level, like 50 plus. Or, yeah, 50 plus. Meaning, hopefully the bugs spawn over here, because they're a lot easier to deal with when they're over there. What are the Harbinger trees? So the Harbinger trees are trees that absorb corpses around their root systems to grow, and you can cut them down for bioferrite and twisted meat. That's all they do. It's essentially a way for tribals that don't have the capacity or electricity to build bioferrite harvesters to obtain bioferrite. So a nature organic way for bioferrite. It used to be wood and twisted meat, but yeah, it changed so as to include bioferret, which I think it was a really wise choice, because then you can tend to the trees by feeding them corpses and harvesting them like some sort of twisted druid, or you can just cut them down like we do for role-playing reasons, because we don't believe in feeding, you know, void entities corpses. I mean, no, that's not what we're about. All right, meals. I am going to take off insect jelly. I see them eating a lot of insect jelly. I mean, it's fun and all, but at some point we're just going to get food poisoning. I'd like to avoid that. Is freezing part of the base but not the whole thing useful? Honestly, not really. It's kind of an all or nothing thing, because unless you had a baited roam. So like if we froze everywhere in the base except for right here, then yes, you could like drive bugs to spawn here. But if you are only freezing like sleeping quarters, you're not tactically driving the bugs to spawn in one specific area that is easily defensible. You just sort of like let her rip, and so the more that it is frozen, the easier it is to deal with. So the bionic leg for Fraggles is done. Chronophagia is done. I don't have any more basic research, so I'm going to have to turn that all off. And we're about to finish atmospheric research. So what advanced research should we undertake? We can do Pleasure Pulse, Phylophagy, Juggernaut, Mind, Metal Blood. You guys can pick. And I'm going to have to turn off Study here. No more basic entities needed. All right, apart from this section, I think we're pretty much well illuminated as we're going to be. So I'll see you in the next like 12 hours. I might, now that this is being finished, my builders will probably get to the lighting in the prisoner room. We should also, so Fraggles is going to be like down and out for this fight. Going to the hospital. But a one-legged brawler is definitely not a person to take on bugs. So, totally fine with that. Oh, we're getting raided by breachers. That's going to make accepting the bug quest kind of difficult. And there's not a lot of breachers, though. Fraggles, are you anesthetized? Not yet. Okay, suspend. Mr. Fraggles, how about you go get yourself a gun? Doomsday Launcher's biocoded. Of course it is. Triple launcher. How about this Doomsday Launcher? Although, you're going to be the slowest person here. So, take Mikus's nerve spiker. No, don't arrest him. Take Mikus, you go for the Doomer. Everybody else, rally to a central point. Mechs, I want you in the mountain. Because I don't have any combat mechs. So if they're breaching, they're probably going to come... If I'm lucky, they're going to come around here. I'm going to have to wait and see what their trajectory path is, to be honest. Because they might breach this area, which I can be in the kill box shooting them, or they might... I really don't know. But what I'll do is I'll converge everyone here in case I get lucky and they breach like right in front of me. All right, Mikus is ready with his big boom, and Fraggles never picked up that gun or spiker. Yeah, that's fine. I will leave it there. Now, one of the good things about breachers, is tribal breachers, is the actual breacher people with the breach axes go way ahead of everyone else, making it kind of easy to isolate them out because they don't wait for whatever reason. And they're just like smashing everything in the path, so they're not being judicious about it at all. Swinky and Goof, you're gonna need a better advantage. And Ink can just play chase me games. So Sea Panda, who is traveling in that spot here? Why can't I path this door? Who the hell is Fraggles? Is it you? Yeah, alright, stop moving there. You're pissing me off. I hate when they do that, is the pawn's like the slowest pawn moves to one of the most important spots, and it's just like, oh, sorry, I'm tying up everything here. It's just, please wait. Now, cut it out. Also, oh no, Tequila, you are shooting. So you guys are Coalition of the Gatha. You're hypothetically befriendable, and I've actually gone to peace talks for you before. So I think it might be in my best interest if there's people that I can save and release. I will do that. I'm not going to go out of my way for it because, you know, they're tribals and all that are trying to murder me. But we'll see. Oh my god, your name is almost Trogdor. That's funny. Alright, then the Sea Panda, you're being naked. You probably, or rather, Tequila Jane, you probably should not be the one in front. Alright, Fraggles is gonna go close this door to keep them running about. Let's make y'all vomit. Everyone shoot Zatra. I'm gonna start focus firing on specific targets so that they flee. Because so far I have like a bruise to someone punched me. Like that's the damage I've taken so far. Because of defensive advantages here. Fraggles, you got the door. Yep. So there's no getting in for them without breaking in. The group trying to shoot Zatra sucks at it. Nudity is a psychological weapon. Alright, so there's Green, who's down but not dead. He's gonna be dead real fast, though. Alright, and they're fleeing. I'll try to tend to him. I don't think he's gonna survive. Mr. Mikas. Let's get you out here to see what you can do with your healing magic. Mex, you are released. Okay, I have 6 hours until the bugs. I'm going to suspend... Yeah, I already did that. Okay. Maybe Mikas keeps the Doomsday Launchers just in case. So Green here. Let's see if we can't patch him up before I go deal with bugs. So tend... No, where are you going? Luckily, he has like 4 big bleeds. They're not tons and tons of bleeds spread out, so I will be able to patch him in time. Which is good. We can even analyze if we want to recruit him, too. So let's look at that. Kind, psychologically sensitive, and greedy, with a burning passion in melee. Yeah, I mean, I could be convinced. Thank you for tuning in to Eldritch Guards, which originally streamed live on Twitch May 31st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow guards.